Week 3. This video is going to be about your logo, your mission statement, and your Facebook account. So far, so good. You guys are getting the idea of how to start a small business. And remember, as we go through this whole process, this is a business management class. The reason why you're starting a small business is so you can think through all these little details. And for you, you're going to think through them going, wow, this is just unique to me. It's like, yep. When you're the manager of a company, you need to think through all this stuff and understand how it works. That's why you're doing it. So I always use a joke, when your buddy goes through when you go through a big breakup, you stop eating and don't leave the house. When your buddy has a big breakup, you're like, there's a lot of fish in the sea. Same with this. I could tell you a lot of stories about tough decisions, but you're like, yeah, whatever. Once it's you, you're like, wait a minute, this is kind of challenging. How am I supposed to do that? Yes, that's the point. So we're always doing these assignments for more than one reason. So we have some businesses that really make a lot of sense, like guitar lessons. If you know how to play guitar, low input, profit, great one. Landscaping business takes very little equipment. If you have a mower, if you have a truck, you can do all the landscaping you need. You just need a pair of clippers. That makes sense. Um, Landscaping Western wear. That works, especially once you start selling online. You don't have to carry inventory. You just need a picture of, let's say it's a shirt. You could have a picture of it. Let's say it costs you $20 and you're going to sell it for $40. You have them pay you $40. You take the money, you go buy it for the 20, you deliver it, you keep the 20 for yourself. That's how you do a business like that without risking your revenue. Some of the tougher ones, like a travel agency, that's a good idea. So let's say they want to plan somebody's vacation and it's gonna roughly cost $800. They charge $1,000. They get the $1,000, they book the airplane, they book the motels, hotels, send them all the reservations, collect the $1,000. The $800 was to pay for everything. The $200 is profit. That's how you can have a small travel agency and you can't lose money. I don't recommend you buy inventory. It might sell, it might not. That's not what we're doing here. We're not trying to lose money. So people will pay for things like Walmart. I was getting a baby carrier a few years ago. I noticed from my second baby, for my first baby, there's like 3 times as many carriers, and yet there's no inventory. I take the carrier up to Walmart. They scan, said it's going to be there in 3 weeks. I'm like, well, baby's not coming for 3 months. I don't care. But it dawned on me, they're not carrying an inventory either. First, they get the money, then they buy the inventory. They deliver the product, they keep the profit. That's what we're learning how to do. So another good one, but a tricky one, like barbecue. A barbecue is kind of tricky because you can sell food to friends and family. You need the Department of Health that you're going to sell to the public, and that just means they need to inspect your kitchen. Not too tough, but if you just start small and say, like, I'm gonna cater a dinner for a family. I'm gonna cater a dinner for a friend. It's gonna be a big barbecue. It's gonna be at their 50th birthday party, and instead of hiring the grocery store, they're gonna hire me. I'm gonna charge them $300 for on dinner. That's going to take 2 hours. And the input cost is going to be $150. And then you go, you deliver it, you get $50 an hour. You learn how to do a business, it's social marketing. You do that 2 more times, and now you're making $500 in 2 weeks. That's how you kind of want to think of it. The bed and breakfast, that works, especially if you can use part of your house. You're not going to buy a brand new house and refurbish it. We only have, 8 weeks left. But if you had kind of a country type of a place, you wanted to rent it for a room, kind of like a Airbnb. How about that? An Airbnb, you're out this weekend, you put it on Airbnb for a weekend, you put it there for $400 for the long weekend over the 4th of July, you're set. So an Airbnb kind of makes sense. And remember, we're just starting small. The reason why we're doing that is just so you can think through all these steps. At the end of the day, this is a strategic thinking class. So along with this, you're also working out the finance, going, okay, if I charge this much, how much am I going to make? And remember, you should always make at least $25 an hour if you're going to do anything, and you got to include your prep work. So this is a thinking class, all right? So next week, we're going to do a point of sale device, which is Square, which you're actually going to start selling things. For today, on the other hand, we're going to start with your logo. Some of you already did the logo, good for you. Some of you didn't. It wasn't required. It was just on the bottom of that page. The assignment was technically on the next page. So if you already have the logo done and you like it, great. Start with your logo. Then we're going to go to your mission statement. So you can Google mission statements, look at a lot of mission statements, and that's where you talk about what you believe. That's really useful as a manager because you always want to work at a place where they believe what you believe. Otherwise, you're going to fight. So you're never going to be happy at a company that you don't believe the same thing. Instead, you find a company, you look at their mission statement, say, they believe this, I do too, and then you're going to thrive. That's how they work. And then finally, since you have a logo, you can get a Facebook account. Use your Gmail email to make your Facebook account. Use your Gmail email to make your new little Facebook account, and then it's going to be your business Facebook account, right? So if you don't use it after this class, not a big deal, but we're just trying to get you to go from a logo to Facebook. If you want Twitter along with it, more power to you, but the assignment is Facebook. So you want your logo done, then your mission statement, and what do you put on your Facebook? You got it, your logo and your mission statement. There you go. Now you're getting ready to start selling things. And next week, we're going to have a point of sale device so you can actually sell things using credit cards. And that's going to be what's coming up next. All right. So for your last assignment, you use Pinterest. Now, this is the last part that you want to think about. Is there anything in Pinterest you can use for your current job to help your process, to get ideas? So when we do things like this, you're always thinking, how can I use it for my small business, but how can I maybe use it for my existing job? See, it's a two-way street here. And your logos were fun. I looked at some of your logos and they look really good. Isn't that amazing that you can get them for free? They look first rate. Now you have a Gmail email. After this week, you're going to have a Facebook account. You're going to have a mission statement. And then next week, we can start selling things. Again, small, but I need to get this in your head a week early, all right? That yes, you're going to start selling things, even to bed and breakfast. It might be $200 when you're out of town. We have about 8 weeks left, so that's what you want to think about. So make sure you have the right business idea. If you want to make a switch, this is pretty much your last time to make a little switch or a tweak. You can keep the name, you can keep the Gmail address, you can keep the Facebook account. You can just tweak your product a little bit if you need it. Remember, we talked about instead of selling campers, you could rent a tent. Same name, same mission statement, same idea, just a little tweak. But the idea here is to generate some revenue, not a lot, but we want to learn the process because it's going to help us be better managers. All right, that's enough for today. Good luck. Talk to you next time.